Welcome, everybody. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, all that good stuff. Hope the holiday season has treated y'all well, all the way from Halloween till now. And we technically got one more, New Year's, right? I count that in the bundle, you know? But all right, we got some Limb. Uh, Super experimental deck, I'll keep it honest. Like, no lie, we're already changing the list. We're already changing the list. But like I said, there's just so much One Piece that we kind of just got to get things out there. Hopefully it piques y'all interest. And feel free to ask questions or whatever, This is a group effort, right? But all in all, if you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. If you are a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. We're trying to reach 7 feet so we can get drafted in NBA. Now, you know what? I think I have a new intro for this game. If only as long as I can remember it. With that being said, yeah, so Lim, unique leader, learning curve is pretty interesting in my humble opinion, because you have to take the game in a completely different direction, a direction that's not normal, that wasn't originally normal for it, which is playing your characters rested. But Lim is a super strong ramper in my humble opinion. So I think in the future, I don't think she's future proofed. I think in the future, she's gonna just get even better. Because the Odyssey characters have strong effects. It's just the weaknesses, they're coming in rested. That's the weakness. But they have strong effects. Once you get the right cards and your tempo in order, then it just becomes very intense, right? Because they can restand. You got Dolphy and Lim restanding each themselves, and you got the draws effects and the rest effects and the pop effects and so on and so forth, right? Oh, and then, Rosinante also restands himself. So with all that being said, they have some strong effects. It's just, it is a bit of a handicap for your cards to come in rested. But going back to the ramping part, if you see that the current cards are fine, then that's great. At the moment, I feel like the best purple card that can be used with Lim is Big Mom, 9-drop Big Mom. The second is probably Douglas Bullet. Because even though I'm saying that the deck can ramp pretty well, because in order to play your cards and you're playing them at a discount, just simply playing cards is ramping you, right? Problem is, they come rested. Any card, right? Any card. So if you're not playing an Odyssey card, it's going to come in rested. And if you look at it, Kaido, who's been the only boss card for purple for many sets, it makes no sense unless you just care. Unless you care that much about KO in a 6-drop, you automatically lose out on your rush. And then 9-drop Luffy, who recently came out, you can't use him in this. So it's like pretty tough to find a suitable purple to use. And like I said, she ramps pretty well, so you can take advantage of the Dawn minus cards. So I'm thinking this build is more about events. It's more about events. And I'm not saying we're playing like a crap ton of events, but I think you can play purple events like Hell's Judgment and so on and so forth. You don't have to worry so much by playing these events. And I can't remember the guy's name, the 9-drop, the boss card for the Odyssey deck. I think he opens that door for you to be more defensive with event cards. I think the key here is to get to your 9 Dawn turn, play him, and then your defense really turns on. Because he has the innate ability to, I think it's pump by 2,000. One of your characters, either that or he subtracts by 2,000 one of your opponent's characters. But all in all, he would create a 2,000 power difference, making it easier for you to play defense by resting 1 Dawn. So that's for free. That saves resources. Keep that in mind. Then you could play an event. You're gonna have about 3 Dawn up, give or take, depending on what you chose to do. The turn that you played him. So you're gonna have some active Dawn, then you can start playing your events. And then once again, because the deck ramps just by playing your Odyssey cards, it's easy to play cards like Hell's Judgment, Blast Breath, etc., etc. So yeah, even I would say OT Mortar. I think people need to be more comfortable trying to use that card. It's all about getting to your 10 Dawn state when you play that card. And just to simply put out your Odyssey characters, you're ramping. Because trust me, you're not going to avoid using that leader ability. There's no reason to choose not to. Like, even if you have 10 Dawn, you're better off saying, hey, I'll play this 5 for 3 Dawn. So that's the direction. Because of the meta, we plan on taking out Robin. That's what we're looking at. If it was an experimental idea, I wasn't really a fan of hers, but we had to see just in case. And with Trash being more relevant now, right? Because Ben Beckman? So you got black decks, you got the blue deck I'm not saying blue. The red deck now has a Trash card, and then blue bounce, or more importantly, bottom decks, which is the thing that's hurting us. So look, we just dropped what's his name. We got our 4 Dawn up, and we have an event counter in our hand. So we can freely use 2 Dawn if we want to strengthen an attack. But yeah. Oh, and that Akainu is actually, like, in my humble opinion, low-key really strong. Now, granted, I do understand that you need rested characters, but hey, this is the deck that he's built for, to be honest. That Sabo's really strong, lets you draw cards, so on and so forth. But look, now it's like it's even harder for our opponent to break through our defenses, because we have counter power, we have a counter card, and we have what's his name's ability. Oh, audio. Okay. For some reason, I thought adios. So that means I was close. Okay, so pump by 2K. I mean, I do see promise in Lim. I just think the deck will take effort, like a strategy, a mind to really figure out what to put in, what to take out. That's it. And I think we got into the right direction. Yeah, we're definitely stepping into the right direction with this build. We see it, we just have to get there. But the point of showing these decks out a lot sooner than how we would like is because, like I said, there's just so much in this meta at this point, and it's only going to be more as the game continues. There's always going to be more and more and more leaders, which is more and more and more decks for us to tackle. So, just forgive us on that end. If, what you see up front doesn't look as strong as the direction we're trying to take it. We kind of just gotta get them out there, make sure you see where we're going, and see if you guys think, hey, I like the direction this is going in, maybe I can do something with it. So we got to see Audio hit the board, we got to see the benefit of the defense. That Usopp that trashes 2, draws 2. I think cycle cards are a life changer and a lifesaver in this game, because there's no side decking. A lot of cards you can't search for. You gotta draw cards is like the search cards for this game. If you play something that doesn't match your archetype. So it's like, oh, you want to play some Straw Hat Tech, you want to play yada yada. Well, draw 2, trash 2, draw 2, trash 2. Let's see if you can dig for it. It just changes the game. So we got a kid player using some new kid cards. We have a deck lined up for him as well. We just haven't got to him. We're kind of starting from like the OG leaders and moving our way forward, but we're not like dedicated to that type of schedule. It's just giving us a guide instead of like flipping coins and rolling dice. Like, okay, who do we throwing darts blindfolded, right? Like, instead of doing it that way, it's like, okay, we'll just work on the leaders from the beginning of the game till now, unless there's a leader that we want to just kind of throw out there sooner than later. So that's like where our mind is at. I feel like we have a playable Kid build. It's just Kid is too vanilla as a leader. So yeah, he'll be playable. It's just that's like sometimes, man, you gotta give a card two effects. If all I'm doing is just getting stronger, I have to have another effect to make it worth it. So we have 7 Dawn. I don't think we're going to get that Akainu out there. But we could probably get 2 cards out there. Yeah, we have 6 Dawn. Oh, we're just going straight. Oh, Akainu just needs 1 rested character. That's actually an easy... Oh, no. Oh, Doi. He counts as the rested. See, forgive me, guys. Forgive me. So, yeah, he counted as the rested card because he's going to come into play rested. Yeah, that's what makes these Odyssey cards harder to tech in other decks. So even though the card may have a really strong ability, you try to use it in a different deck, you got to be very mindful about that condition you have to meet. So we don't have event cards, which, hey, it's the luck of the draw, as they say. You know, it is what it is. You can't control how you're gonna draw sometimes. You can just gotta hope that you draw right. So we will have the ability to play another card. We have the 3 Dawn up, but we'll lose out on Adio's effect. So we have to think a little wisely. Kind of surprised we're not choosing to attach Dawn for extra damage. Maybe it's for our leader. Are we going to throw 2, or are we going to leave Dawn up to keep our opponent confused? Oh no, we're going for a play here. Okay. We probably could take that. Do we have any 2Ks though? No, I don't see any 2Ks. Yeah, now it depends on how this guy is going to start swinging. Ooh, he's swinging really big. That might be a block. Okay, so either he's going to develop something or he's going to start Dawn Xing. Well, he kind of did both. Do we have enough? I would go for... Ooh, yes, block and save some cards. I don't think you need Lim anymore. Unless she doesn't have counter. I don't think she has counter. That's how it be when you 3-drop 5K. Now our counter attack is real. You only got 2 cards in your hand, buddy. We could definitely counter attack. I mean, we have another Audio that we can play, give us Dawn, and all we need is just to keep 2 up. I would love it to see a double Audio, 2 or 3. Down up. I didn't complete the thought, so it sounded like I was saying 2 or 3 Audios, which still isn't a bad thing when you think about it. All right, so they're making a decision to protect their 7-drop Kid. So they're probably going to counter to protect that card. We could probably put... Decisions. It depends on what we want on defense. Depending on what we want on defense, either we can keep 3 up, and that's what we're going for. We're going to keep 3 up and see what they choose. Oh, that's still 2 cards out their hand. That's fine. Well, they had a blocker. Okay. And the Kaino's probably gonna hit next turn to get rid of that other blocker. But we got defense. They're not breaking through. They are not breaking through. So you see it, right? You see it. I wish we kind of had more event cards popping up here, but you know, you guys are seeing it, right? It's like strong defense and, hey, I ain't gonna lie, relatively strong counterattack. But I gotta admit, like the leader is a little tricky. Anybody choosing to pick her up that has not played her at all, just understand you're gonna have to get used to it. So that's also something, the learning curve, that's something to keep in mind with this leader. Hey, I wouldn't, I see nothing wrong with that. Just save a card. All right, let's hope we are allowed to. Nope, it's one of those effects. Yep. Oh no, it's letting us. Okay, there's some ruling about, even though it's how should I say this? I can't remember what the conditions are, but the app is giving us a second opportunity to use the ability. But yeah, there's some occasions where once you miss the first attack, like once you miss the opportunity to use your ability the first time when able, you don't get another opportunity to use the ability. You missed your timing. So that's why certain cards are worded a certain way and have certain like text icons and stuff. So in this case, it looks like we can pick and choose which attack it's going to happen for. Yeah, there's a lot that essentially it's the very first attack your opponent does. That's the window of opportunity. And once you say no thank you, then they can attack as much as you want. I mean, that's what I came across. I can't tell you what effect it was. And I also heard people talking about it on YouTube. They don't got anything else to attack with, so but, hey, we got an event in our hand. It may feel like a waste, but oh no, wait, what? That's only 2k pump. That's crazy. We needed 1k counter, just 1k more. Well, a Kaino should hit the board. Get rid of the killer. And we might need to load. Oh no, we're gonna go for game, which is understandable. Yeah, and the blocker's rested. So this is the better play. Forgive me. Oh, they just quit. Understandable. It looked like we was gonna split the attack. And here we're going up against Enel. And Enel's one of those leaders that is technically always relevant. Because he's not future-proofed. He has a very monotoned effect that doesn't lock him to any deck type. It's just, hey buddy, I get to chuck a card to keep gaining life. So he's always going to be playable. And he's probably always going to be competitive because of that. Swing for 6, because we get to use this little loophole here. Oh, we got a Hell's Judgment right there. For a split second, I was like wondering what events that we decided upon. Okay, choosing to take life early. I respect it. So we just technically ramped the whole turn already. And we're going with defense. We got, what's his name? Rosinante should be 3 down. Yep, there you go. So Rosinante's ability is when the opponent attacks, he gets to activate himself. But, you know, Luffy KO'd him, and that's okay. Ooh, we're still choosing to take life. Ooh. We're going to play at 0? Well, okay then. Living life on the edge. So we have our audio, but we got one event. I'll go for that Nami. Yeah, I'll go for that Nami. Well, that's a 2K. Let's see if they choose to chuck. Nope. I would... Okay, forget it. No, this is okay. Because unless they got Rush, they only got the leader to attack with. And Audio's ability should really... Oh! Okay, Audio's ability. Yeah, that's free. Save cards in hand. So that's actually coming in clutch every time he big drops like that. It's just always going to lead to us being able to save a card in our hand. Now, what do we want to do in terms of this defense? We got a lot of counter power in hand, but maybe we might want to see an Usopp to help us cycle. We probably don't need the Akainu anymore. Yeah, make sure you leave enough Dawn up, please. Oh, he took? Well, at this current game state, especially since we chose to not keep up 2 Dawn or 3, yeah, you could get rid of the Akainu. I know, that's a tough decision, but you have to respect counter power. Yeah, we have a lot of counter power. We have a lot. That's why he was so comfortable. Oh yeah, you could 2K out of that. I think so. $2K, 1K. Yes, nice selection. Wow, all those cards in that Enel's hand. Enel decks are sick. Now, it makes it more important for us just to ignore the Yamatos and go for life. Chooses to counter out, understandable. Oh, we're swinging for 8. Oh man, okay, well, the next attack. So if he takes that next attack, either he likes his defense options, or he has another card to gain life. Well, yeah, swinging for 5 will definitely encourage him to drop a card. You're not going to take that 1 life when you could just drop 1 card. Because then you'll take the 9 direct, and then you have to... Ooh, 2K, so that's kind of telling. Trying to count the Dawn. You need 3 Dawn. Think of it that way. You need 3. Okay. We end up getting a blocker on the board. Respect the play, and they get another Yamato. So the situation here is, even if we choose to use that ability, it's going to be 6K even. So we'll still have to discard a card. Okay. I like that. Oh, that could be a 2K. Because depending on how aggressive we're trying to get next turn. And he got 1 more Yamato attack. Another limb. We might need to play that Usopp to cycle that limb out. But if the math is mathing, oh, we're going extra. Man, this is getting dangerous. But the finally we can see the amount of cards without having to count hard. We can see the amount of cards in the Enel player's hand. Oh, this is bonkers. So we're going for game. Did we need to go for game? Oh my god. A G? A G.